Thank you for tuning in to the Pointless Talks podcast. This episode is being brought to you as a part of the many things that Pointless creates. For our returning listeners, thank you so much for coming back. And if this is your first episode, welcome, get comfortable, and please keep an open mind.
Thank you for. I don't have to do this. I almost did the intro. Oh my goodness. Welcome back, y'all. I am tired. I'm gonna say it. It's what, fourth episode back. Also the final week in January. Um, if you're listening to this on a solely streaming platform where there's just audio, I am recording video as previously. Well, I didn't promise y'all. I just told y'all because I'm serious about promises. So I ain't say promise because shit happens. But I am recording video. So if you want to hop on over, then hop on over. Welcome back, and let's see what's going on. I Before I even get into that, I have a headache right now and I should be sleeping, but I knew if I took a nap, if you know me, you know my naps are lethal, okay? If I take a nap when it's dark outside, good luck. Don't look for me. I'm going to wake up at like 5 in the morning, which is my usual wake up time. Like, oh, what happened? What are we doing? Yeah, no. So I decided to just stick it out and come record so that I can have a good night's rest after I'm done. It is late though. It's after 10. My bedtime is 10 o'clock. For those who don't know, by 10 o'clock, I am in the bed rubbing my feet together, okay? Because what do I need to be up after 11, 12 o'clock at night for? Nothing good happens in time of night, okay? So here I am, looking sleepy as ever. But, we're going to get through this. I said I'm being committed. I'm going to stick to it. So here we are. The little bit of discipline in my life is going to be exercised with this podcast, if for nothing else. You hear me? Even if it's a 15-minute episode, I'm here. Okay, I did it. I'm doing it. So yes, again, welcome back. Thank you all for tuning in. And just like I talked about last week, I do want to start the episode with a what is something good that happened today. It is Tuesday night currently, so it is the end of the day for me. I don't know what time of day you guys are listening to this, you folks, but what do you hope to happen today? What good thing has happened so far, or what good thing happened if it's the end of your day? For me, what happened today? I woke up early this morning. Well, I didn't say. I'm not gonna say I woke up early. I got out of bed at a decent time this morning, and actually got to work and clocked in on time. We have a 5 minute grace period, like a 5 minute window. They don't like grace period. We have a 5 minute window that they encourage us to clock in before our actual start time, so that, you can get your systems up and whatever, whatever. I have been slacking these past few weeks, few months. I don't know. I have been clocking in literally like a minute before we're supposed to start, but also I know what systems I need to pull up. I know what's priority, so I'm kind of just like, whatever. I have a problem with procrastination. I work really well under pressure, like really well. I drive real well when I'm not supposed to be driving too, but we're not gonna get into that. But I work really well under pressure, and I was talking to a friend about this, and we said that it's because of Caribbean guilt. We were raised under such such large magnifying glasses that like we had to be perfect all the time. We had to do this. We had to do it. So it's kind of like I have free time. It's like, I'm gonna fuck this. I'm just gonna chill. But when it's like the last minute and I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta get this done. Listen, some of the best fucking work comes out of me. Like, what? Last minute? A plus. Don't ask no question. Don't hitch. Like, it's happening. But trying to be better about that, because it then puts me into a space of like overthinking where like I have like this billboard that I'm looking at again. It's not a billboard, but this board that I'm looking at again with all the things that I need to do. The problem is I did not put a deadline. I put dates that I was supposed to do it, but I didn't put any deadlines. I didn't say this is due by or whatever. So that's probably why, it's kind of just still sitting there like, hey girl, what's going on? How you doing? But it's gonna get done every day. I am crossing. Let me not lie. I am crossing things off on the board. It's not every day, but The things that are priority are getting handled, in my opinion, unless, there are other priorities that someone needs to inform me of in my life. Anyhow, um, so it's getting done. So the good thing for me was I, got out of bed at a decent time. Because, yes, I do wake up before the sun, but I am in the bed, especially when it's cold. Listen to me. When it's cold outside. Anyways, the mind of a maniac. I do not want to get out of bed. I don't know if y'all know this. It's none of y'all business, but I don't like to sleep in clothes. I don't. I might put on a muumuu. You might catch me in a oversized t-shirt. Maybe pajamas. I have a shit ton of pajamas though, but I do not like to sleep clothed. So it's usually very minimal, if anything at all. And nighttime is colder than the daytime, especially when you're not doing anything. Your body's at rest. You get colder quicker. Listen, when I wake up in the morning and the sun is not out yet, and it is 30 something degrees outside or less, I am not moving. The blanket is my best friend. We are cuddled and snuggled and we are tucked. Listen, Lord help me sniffle a pee pee. The way I have to unwrap myself, I sleep like a burrito. I am wrapped literally from head to toe. I don't move. I sleep in one position. It's a real comfortable thing. Have a nice little memory foam mattress, so my body's like molded into the bed. It's a very comfortable situation. And when it's cold outside and that warmth is sitting there, I took my toe out the little corner one side and the little cold breeze licked me. No man, no. Sorry, that is not motivation for me to get out of the bed. So I'm usually snuggled up. I will have both phones underneath the covers working on whatever I need to work on. If I'm in the mood to read a book, I will have a little light underneath there with me and I will be forted out. Like, I not farted, forted, like a fort. I'm under the fort, in a fort. I'm reading under the cover of night. Like, I don't I don't like being cold. I mean, I hate being hot, but I get cold easily. I'm anemic. Like, all the spinach in the world is not going to change the fact that I get cold easily. So I try to, limit my movement early in the morning when the temperatures are low like this. And I know the people further up north that are dealing with negative degrees and single digits and snow, blah blah blah. Me never tell if I go move that so don't come to me about, oh, it's not even that cold down there. It's cold to me, okay? I was born on an island and I lived in the devil's ass crack for 20 years. So it's cold to me. All right? How did we get here? Yes. So 5 minute window. I got in there at a decent time. I got in on time this morning, and that's my something good today. We're gonna keep it a little work focused. Oh, nah, y'all don't need to know that. Anyways, um, what is happening? I before I even start this episode, you can see the name of the episode is Gimmicks. January is continuing with the foolishness. I have seen a lot of people on the same page as myself who have elected the start of 2024 to be February 1st. I am not opposed to pushing this back to March 1st if February continues with the fuckery that January started with. I am, what's the word I'm looking for? I am perturbed. I am genuinely concerned. I am curious if this is because literally none of the planets are in retrograde right now. We just got off a full moon. It's a leap year. Like, what is happening? What is happening? I don't understand, and I'm trying to remember if like every year has started like this, or it's because the podcast is back. It's like the universe has conspired to produce fuckery for me to talk about on this podcast. They're like, "Oh, she's back. Let's do a little curveball. Let's do a little." Yes, yes. I do believe the universe conspires in my favor. If you don't, I'm sorry to hear that. Do better. Believe in yourself. It's your world. Um, but yeah, so like, I'm trying to understand like where all this excitement is coming from. I feel like I recall one year, maybe it was 2019. I believe it might have been 2019. Twin and I had elect no, I think it was 2020 before the vid, because I recall Twin and I recorded an episode, and I believe the title was January is Cancelled. And this is feeling very deja vu because I'm not canceling January this year because too much excitement keep. Like this January is the history books. I do not want to see the calendar of events. You know how y'all be putting the little video thingies on the on the calendar to like mark, like highlight what happened each day. I know January is full. January full up. Like full. So I'm January out, you know. This is today's what? The 30th. So this is releasing on the 31st, the last day of January. I am looking forward to all the good things that are coming. That's all I'm saying. I'm looking forward to the good things. I am open to receiving all the good things that I want that are good for me, and I hope you are too. So, yeah, now let's get back on track here. What good thing happened to you today? What good thing are you looking forward to? Yes, we're going to keep doing this. I need y'all to say this out loud and feel the goodness, okay? So much fuckery going on in the world for us to like do all the negative self-talk and all that. So, what good happened today? Talk to yourself a little bit. You don't have to answer because they say that's when you're, on the deep end. But what good happened today? Now, with that being said, we're gonna talk about the rest of the fuckery that's happening. uh don't know if anyone saw this. I can't recall where I saw it, but there's a young lady by the TikTok name, was it Tamara Wandata on TikTok? Yeah. Talking about big girls wearing clothes and being confident versus, you know, self aware. And the cup of audacity runneth over. I I really hate when people try to dictate what people of a certain ethnicity, gender, body type, whatever, try to dictate what they should wear. I don't like that she kept saying, one of my what the person I love the most is a big person and rete. First of all, the angle of the camera is giving me that you're not that small to begin with. So okay, whatever. But now you're talking about, oh, they shouldn't wear this and they shouldn't wear that. Now, how someone else feels about what I have on personally doesn't it doesn't matter. What you eat don't make me shit. So your opinion is literally a drop in a bucket. Like it's a drip in the ocean. So I don't understand why people continue to try to frame it as, oh, we're not body shaming, we're just saying be self-aware. I understand you're confident, but be self-aware, be conscious of what you're putting on. I'm pretty sure they put it on. If you don't want to see it, like look away. Nobody's forcing you to see it if you don't like it. And then try to be like, oh, I've seen some big girls who wear size appropriate clothing and ray tay tay. Now I can understand on one hand, if you're wearing, like, if you're a 3X and you're wearing a small or a large, maybe why are you doing that? Because I know that most of the things that they make in smaller sizes, they make in larger sizes and plus sizes. So find the size that fits you. That's one thing. Now, saying, oh, you shouldn't wear that because that's skinny people clothes. Huh? If they made it in plus size, then obviously it's plus size people clothes too. Like, no? But y'all like to dictate things. I guess it gives you a little bit of an edge to feel like you have some kind of, I don't want to say authority, but like you have somebody to oppress. And I don't like that she's sitting there talking about self awareness, self awareness. Mama, you know what? Let me not talk about people. Because that's the whole point of the show. We're not going to talk about people. I just feel like you should be self aware if you're going to be talking about other people being self aware. Sweep your front door before you gone outside and talk about how other people's front door look. That's it. That's it. Because I feel like, how does that affect you? If your mother or whoever this person is that you love so much that is a big woman is wearing the clothes that are appropriate for in your eyes for her, That's all you need to worry about, I guess. And even then, that's not your business because if your mother feel like so she wants skin out and just in her body rider and her, that's her business. Belly skin out and everything like that's her business. Now I will say, I have seen a lot of larger women wear some clothes that I personally don't feel comfortable wearing because of my own insecurities. And that could be why this young lady was projecting that onto these women because she's not secure in wearing it. Who knows? I'm speculating at this point. Who knows? But either way, what you eat don't make them shit and what they eat don't make you shit. Please just leave the people them alone. Like I don't like that. If you don't like it, don't subscribe to it. Simple as that. Oh man, I missed a topic. Ooh ooh ooh. Backpedaling, backpedaling. Did y'all see on Twitter Elmo's checking in on how we're doing? Listen, the way Twitter dumped all of their shit on that tweet. Like, Elmo just said, not me about to do the Elmo voice. Anyways, Elmo was just like, Elmo wants to know how everyone's doing today or some shit like that. I read it in my Elmo voice. But the people, the people were, were telling Elmo how they were doing. And I was just like, oof. That's why I opted for what good happened today versus how are you doing today because we need to highlight the good things. We're not gonna do all of that. And let's see here. Speaking of telling people what to do and what not to do with their bodies, I've never understood the whole bashing surgery thing in like rap music, especially it's the girlies. I don't think I've heard any male artists speak negatively about surgery bodies. They might have mentioned it, but I don't know if I've heard them speak negatively. And if you have, I'm always open to references. But I don't like when they start talking about, oh, you got this done, oh, you got this done, woo, woo, woo. Especially when you have also gotten work done. And even if you haven't gotten work done, they know they got the work done. They paid for it. No diss to Jada, but, well, she was just saying the girl's, her surgery was botched. But another set of the female artistes are talking about like what is that? Like y'all don't have nothing else to talk about except people's surgery, what don't look good, and who got what done. Like what? There was a period in my life where I was obsessed with stuff. I was that was nasty. Where I was obsessed with what was it, Doctor 90210. But I could never watch rhinoplasty. Like maybe I've talked about this before, but the breaking of the nose, like the ooh, that's where I draw the line. I also used to follow Doctor Miami on Snap. I think I might still follow him. I don't know, but I don't be on Snapchat like that. But I if you get surgery, that's your business. Stop talking bad about people. Not everybody wants to go to the gym and work out. Not everybody wants to starve themselves to get the body that they want. I personally, there are two surgeries that I would do. Let me tell y'all my business, right? So I would get like a breast reduction and like a lift, pick these girls up, bring them back to where they were 13 years ago, 14 years ago. Yeah, I miss those boobs. I think I actually just posted about that not too long ago. I miss those boobs. Those are like my favorite sets, like my favorite set. I have gone through sets of boobs in my lifetime. And between the ages of like, I'm gonna give y'all. Should I give y'all years or I'm gonna give y'all years? So between the ages of like 16 and 21, those titties, oh, that was a great pair. For me personally, that was a top tier. So I was like ranging between like a 36C and like a 36D. Yeah, that was a nice set for me. Like that though, that set, top chef's kiss for me personally. Me and my preference of what I want my body to look like. Yes, that. Now, will I get a breast reduction? That is a question. For one, I know multiple people who have gotten breast reductions, and they have come back. Either they have come back a little bit or a lot, or they're back where they came from, or they have surpassed where they were at the time when they got surgery 10 plus years ago. My big man and my big man friend. But it's, I feel like to me, it's a waste of my sanity to get a breast reduction because I'm gonna be like, ah, goddamn, in 10 years I gotta go get this reduction again, or I'm gonna be back where I started, you know. And then also, I don't have any children yet, and I would like to have and carry my own children. God willing, everything goes how it's supposed to, and that kind of makes no sense for me to do that and then have children. Same with the other surgery. I would like to get a little lipo, but that's because I'm lazy. That's because I'm lazy. I personally hate the gym. Uh, Throughout my slimmer years, I have never been a girl to go to the gym. I'm not a gym girl. I hate the treadmill. I hate everything about going to the gym. I feel like I am a hamster on a wheel when I do stationary exercises. Now, if you put me outside and say, let's go for a walk, let's go hiking, let's go ride a bicycle actually outside, let's go play football, the one that you play with your actual feet, not hands, and you want to do any, go play basketball, I am here for all of that. All of it. You tell me to go on a stairmaster. I would even take the stairs. I would literally even go up and down stairs, like physical stairs. But to be in a gym or to like do home workouts, I something about it I just hate. Like I'll do yoga. That's probably like the extent of where I'm like okay with exercising at home. But we are way off topic because I don't even know how I got here. But either way, I hate the gym, and that's why I would want because COVID to put on a little extra belly, and your girl is not fucking with it. So, but again, still no kids, and that makes no sense. And I could just, exercise. But anyways, um, where else? Oh my goodness. So this has nothing to do with anything that I care about, but that girl that went and tattooed that man on her face again. Did she not cover up the one on her throat? Why would you? Because she got her. It's a gimmick. That's why the name of the episode is Gimmicks. Because of this. And then the following is, I'm guess, is a lesbian couple. Um, the girl named Narelli, Lauren and Narelli. But the girl have this, this young, their counterpart's face tattooed on them. One, two, three, four, five. I don't know how many times, but above her eyebrow or right in the eyebrow line is the girl name. And then right above the other eyebrow is a new tattoo of the girl face. On one cheek is the girl face. On the neck is the girl face. On the arm is the girl face. I think the next cheek is the girl face too. No entiendo. Like, I don't. Okay, stay out of people's business. Whatever they're on, keep it away from me. I don't want no sex that's that good. I don't want any abuse that's that strong. I don't want anybody to feel like they have that much power and control over my being because the video that was posted today with the new tattoo was very, very concerning. And I am fairly new to this couple. I know they've been doing YouTube for like a really long time, and I've probably seen one video of them prior to this where oh no, there were two videos because there was another video last week of her proposing and saying like she was trying to propose but the person wasn't there. I don't know. It just screams chaos. It screams unstable, and I hope for the love of all things good that this is literally just for show and off camera. They are a happy, healthy, loving relationship. The girl just want her face tattooed on her a bunch of times. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Because I mean, if you're getting that YouTube check, who cares about a regular job, right? See, unlike them, I still have to support myself, the old-fashioned way, going to work and things. So maybe I'm a hater, because I can't tattoo my face and get away with it. Because they be crying about my little nose ring. Not on an everyday, but like if I have like big meetings. Let's see. On some more American things. The City Girls breaking up. Like it's official because JT dropping an album this weekend, and I'm definitely here for JT. But I thought they were cute together. I don't know. And the 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 back and forth that I have opted to stay out of for the most part. Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion rap beef. I don't know if you want to call it that. Megan said she was dropping it and going about her business, and that's exactly what she did. And Nicki dropped what wasn't a response or a diss record titled Bigfoot. Megan's is Hiss. Oh, aren't they both on tour this year? Because Megan said something about Hot Girl Tour and what is it, Gag City Tour that's happening? Yeah, I don't have anything to say. I'm leaving it as it is because woo, just stay out of. Just leave that one alone. Yes, don't ask for my opinion. You know, I do, however, feel like it's very interesting that that family's upset about the Megan Law bar because a lot of people, a lot of the young kids who weren't alive when that was put into place don't even know that it exists. And I believe that that bar definitely shed some light on it, brought awareness. I'm pretty sure a lot of people were like, "Oh, when they looked it up and was like, "What is Megan's Law?" They thought she was just trying to be funny and say Megan's Law because she's Megan. But yeah, I mean, on one hand, I do understand the crassness associated with it, and I'm like, uh, because I mean, the context was accurate, but the context in which it was being used was was with the intention to be malicious. So it was not intended just to spread awareness. It was with malicious intent that she used that statement. So I do understand where the family's coming from on that end. However, on the other side, the awareness that's being spread because a lot of people don't know about Megan's Law, and if you have not heard about it prior to this episode, you should look it up. You should look it up. So yeah, there's that. What else is on the docket? See, I'm doing this on myself, so it's more obvious that I'm like reading from something, and you can see me like scrolling here. When I have a guest, while they're talking, I can do this, so I'm not the focus of attention. But I saw an interview with what's his name, the crime minister. I saw him call himself the guy in the Amazon vest, and shout out to him because Manatapiline, like the voiceover. I think he said he was the KFC voiceover back in COVID or whatever. He's like the ad. First of all, that is amazing because the switch from his regular voice and patois or whatever to that you are now tuned into, like, that is talent. And I'm glad he's getting paid for it because what? Listen, I want to do a little voice acting myself. I come in and be like, "Thank you," and I could do some things. I can work something out. You know, I like the idea. And let's see what else. What else? What else? What else? We talked about breast lifts and lipo. Ooh, okay. So there was a post I saw that said, and I quote, "Hold on. Your girl be upset you just let her exist in that space and you don't even try to soothe her? Ew." Now, when I read that, I immediately was like, the fuck? And then I stopped and I was like, huh. Because that can go one of two ways. Because one, it depends on the type of person that you're involved with. Because some people internalize the breeze blowing north versus south. I don't know if you expect people to drop everything that they're doing, feeling, thinking, and tending to your ever changing moods. But I feel like that's concerning. That's concerning. As someone that is very emotional, hi, it's me. Um, I do understand seeking comfort. However, on the other hand, I also believe that people should be able to regulate their emotions. And if you're unable to do so, please seek assistance. There's assistance there for you. Not trying to be funny. I'm dead serious. You know? So if you find that you oftentimes cannot regulate your emotions, you cannot sit with yourself and analyze and feel what it is that you're going through, assess what you're going through, and some way somehow come to some kind of a resolution or an even playing field where you understand the way that you're feeling and are able to convey it in a manner that someone else can understand it without feeling attacked or like they're being gaslit or anything of the sort that ends up being some type of malicious. I feel like you should seek help. And I'm not saying, oh, you need help, like you're crazy, but like I feel like you should seek help. If the person you're involved with is open to helping you unpack these things, by all means. But feeling that you are entitled to someone catering to your every emotion is it's a little uncomfortable for me to process that because I look at myself as an individual. Yes, I understand you get in a relationship, you become a pair, etc. But two full individuals make a pair, you know? Um I believe that when you say we become one, it gives me the idea that both parties are not whole and you are basically playing like match the pieces. So like one comes with 30, the other comes with 70. All right, this is it. We're one now. And I don't like that concept because at the end of the day when things get rough and that 70% is down to 30%, all you can contribute is that same 30%. So I feel like you should we should all strive to be our best selves before, let's say primarily, previous to, like prior to words, they mean things, before getting into a relationship. And I know we are in a culture where everybody feels like, oh my God, I wanna be cuffed up, I wanna be kicked, especially all time cool now, like, woo woo woo. And even I myself am like, yo, more somebody for can't love me, Like feel like say a full time now, I get somebody will come like really love me for, who I am as a person, not who you think I am. I want. Let me stop. Oh my God, I'm singing. I First of all, I want y'all to know I had a beer and a half. I'm a lightweight. I haven't been drinking, and I've been eating better. So look a beer, I tried touch me, but honestly, it really just made me use the bathroom a bunch because from the time I sat down and did sound check and got my things together, set up my lights, set up everything so that I could record this episode, and the time that I actually started recording the episode, the amount of time I go pee pee from then, my Lord Jesus, all bear do is go pee pee. So yeah, it's probably why I'm talking so much also, because it could be our touch me, or maybe I'm just more comfortable with you guys. Hi. But back to what I was saying, I feel like we should be able to handle our shit ourselves. Like it's great to have someone to help you. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you should not, be able to lean on your partner, but they should not be your sounding board for all of your emotions the moment they happen. Because what if they're going through some shit too? Who gets precedence? How do you decide that? Like I feel like being able to deal with your shit and then comes up like, yo, man, I was tripping earlier, XYZ, XYZ. Now, some people like it fresh, hot off the press, raw, as it's happening. And that time and place, sometimes that is necessary. But Just for the simple fact of like, you're upset. Yes, you might need to exist in that space. Why are you upset? Like, is this something that is like a recurring thing? Are you always upset about this one thing? Is it something that you need to get away from? Is it something you need to work through? Because I personally, I've said it before, the serenity prayer, listen, if I cannot change it, I need the strength to get away from it or accept it. Because what stress I go? Stress will literally kill you. Like, I am not, no, no, I do not encourage it. And then also, I don't know, how do I say this nicely? Perception versus reality, retaliation. Perception versus reality. Sometimes you perceive things based on previous experiences, based on apprehensions, fears, insecurities. You perceive things based on many different factors. Sometimes your perception is not reality. So if you're upset about something, sometimes you might need to stop and assess, is this what's actually happening? Or do I just feel away because this reminded me of a time when I was uncomfortable in a situation similar? So things to factor in because like I said, you should be able to self soothe. Like me personally, I find comfort in being able to check myself and be like, bro, you were tripping. Or, who girl, you need to go cry about it. Because sometimes you need to go cry about it. And it's okay. A lot of people are afraid of crying about things. And I want better for us. 2024, feel your things, cry it out, journal, journal it out. Just get it out. Holding on to that shit inside and expecting like to dump it all on one person. Mm-mm. No. I know they say share the load, carry the load, etc. But be considerate at the same time, and also be open to constructive criticism because not every time that there's like an opposing idea that it's an attack. So being able to also, receive constructive criticism and seeing it for what it is also helps with that because sometimes it's a something as similar as like lack of self-awareness. Like you're not aware of how you're presenting yourself. So when someone says, "Hey, that's not okay," you take it as an attack versus room to go, room for improvement. So just things to think of. We don't want to be in a victim mentality, and then we also don't want to be the villain at all times. Like, granted, I joke all the time and say, actually, it's not a joke. I'm dead serious. I'm okay with being the villain in everyone's story. I'm completely okay with it because sometimes being the villain means that you have boundaries and you're not letting people play in your face. So I'm completely okay with being the villain in everyone's story because I know how, God knows my heart. I know how I come when it comes to people. I know how I present myself. I know how I'm there for people. I'm very aware of the foot that I'm putting forward when it comes to how I interact with others. So if I instill a boundary or if I separate myself or something, it's a situation that does not serve me. And I believe it is unfair for someone to ask me to stay in a situation that makes me uncomfortable for their selfish needs. So because you want me here, I'm supposed to deal with shit. Like, make it make sense, please. Like, no. So that's just something I saw earlier today that because I feel like sometimes people who stray away from accountability and self awareness, I feel like they use emotions as like a way to manipulate a situation. So as opposed to stopping and saying, "Oh shit, that's what you're saying? Okay, I'll work on that or I'll look into that or I'll think about it." It's, "Why are you being mean to me?" And then it's like, "Wait, what?" I'm Especially if me and you there, like I'm trying to help you grow. I'm trying to help us grow. What's going on here? What do you mean? So, just something to think about. And Oh, that also ties into like insecurity and things like that too. So things to pay attention to. Um. Oh, I know I haven't done good gal of the week. I'm contemplating whether actually no, I do want to keep doing that. But until I get an actual roster pulled, oh, behave now. Until I get an actual roster together of good gal of the week, I'm just gonna give it to El Janae. I think that's how you say her name. El Janae, Janae. I don't know. If you are in any of the comment sections on any of the blog posts, my girl is promoting the fuck out of her single. Like the single is called Seckle. Fucking Jamaicans, bro. Sekkle, Seckle, right? This is free promo. I am I love it, honestly. I'm not even upset because it's not like she's just dropping it. She's actually giving feedback to the post and then like El Janae Seckle out now. I need to start doing that. I am so apprehensive about spamming people or pages with my content because I feel like it comes off annoying. But at the end of the day, like it's marketing. It's a form of marketing. Just like how we get the emails when you subscribe to things and you get emails about shit that you really don't care about, but you got the emails anyways because the probability of someone clicking it and engaging and listening and subscribing and you know it's there like it's proven to work. So I do completely understand and I listen. Shout outs to her. I love it. I love it. I love it. The last few things I have here because I am running it. We are at 40 minutes. Hey girl, we talking. Just going through my little list here to make sure I talked about everything else already so far. And yes, I have. All right. So last two. So I saw a post about this man trying to get Monique to come bring back her things, and they posted, "Listen, y'all need to keep us out of y'all freaking personal lives on Dear Dream. Like the fact that y'all be posting people's full names, people's screenshots with their phone numbers, sometimes like people's pictures. That's embarrassing for the other party. Like you don't think people want like a sense of privacy, little privacy, please? Because why do I know about your life? Anyhow, so Monique said she wants some Ed. And the man said him not in that. He's not ready, he's not comfortable. Right? So the man wants her to come pick up our things. Now my thing is, how wanna reach so far where your things are at his residence and him not name you out? Like if you're not getting head from this person, I'm not saying you should dash it out the gate. That's your choice. But if you know that you are somebody that loves to receive cunnilingus, would you not establish that that is a requirement from jump, like out the gate? Because a girl like me, listen, you have to. You have to want to. I'm not saying you have to do it, but you have to want to. Because if I'm in the mood for a little who, if I can't call you, then because I'm a very firm believer in what you won't do, someone else will. So before me go get a bun, I'm gonna say, hey, this is a dub. We need to establish this early, 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 early. Because first of all, she's in a text message talking about how she has suck hood and rate, and I'm like, how did you reach that far, mom? How did you reach that far? You don't like, and it's not even like he's saying he does it. He's just not ready to do it to her. He doesn't according to the messages, because you know Jamaican men be lying about this. He does not do it. And he's not ready for that yet. And she's telling him he needs to grow up, da da da. Now, I don't believe in telling people to grow up. That's a lie. But I feel like respect people's boundaries, right? And if you don't respect your own boundaries, it's kind of hard for you to respect other people's boundaries. You require a certain thing, But I'm sure this is not the first, second, or third conversation she had with this man about this. And it has come to the point now where he is firm and steadfast on the fact that it is not happening right now. She said, yo, I'm tired of this. I want some head. And the man said, well, sorry. Come get your things. See, girl, like me, but let me stop. Y'all gonna be like, girl, what? But collect your belongings, ma'am. Or not, because she told him to throw them away. But before y'all need to find out what you like sexually with the person that you're going to be having sex with before you have sex with them. Especially if it's not just like a one night thing or like a fling something. Like if it's somebody y'all tried there with, please have these conversations. I know sometimes it's a little bit uncomfortable, but what's more uncomfortable? Talking about it and finding out the gate that we are not sexually compatible, we're not sexually interested in the same things, then the two of y'all having sex and the whole time you're sitting there like, I don't really want to do this now. I am not satisfied. What am I doing? What should I do? No, man, this don't feel right. Like you're having a whole internal monologue, dialogue. Well, monologue, because nobody not talks to you unless you're a different personality. But you're having this whole conversation with yourself versus the person that is literally exploring your body. Oh my gosh. Speaking of exploring your body, there was another post. This is not on the docket, but it should have been about what was it? The girl come home with a face mask, and I guess the man take it off, and so that she have like a outbreak on her lip. The comments. I really, 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 really want y'all to use Google for the things that actually make sense to Google, like health, STDs and STIs. Are you? Was it 1 in 3 people have? Was it HSV1? Look at me telling people to Google it. I'm giving y'all false information. Either way, the herpes simplex virus, it's a thing. It can come from literally anywhere. It is not necessarily sexually transmitted. It is transmitted through saliva. So if you remember back when we were kids, well, if you're old enough, we used to be like, oh no, you're gonna get mono, or like you can't drink after other people, or whatever, whatever. This is literally what it is. Like you like drinking behind somebody else, or if somebody old granny can't kiss you with a wet mouth and they kiss too close to you, like it's literally that easily transmitted. And it's one of those things that unless you have an outbreak, you cannot transfer it. If you're taking your proper precautions, there's the stigma behind herpes and so many other sexually transmitted diseases is so vast and poorly, poorly explained and understood that there's just like, oh my god, ew, you got the cooties. It's like, grow up. Yes, now it's time for people to grow up. Like, grow up. Do your research, take the proper precautions, and you will be fine. It's literally that simple. And another thing, a lot of y'all don't even get tested to know what you do and do not have. So let's start there. Like I said earlier, sweep your own front door before you start looking in front of other people's door. Okay? Um, there's another thing I have on this, but I will talk about this on the next episode. Talk about being friends with exes. Why or why not? If you have any suggestions, if you know somebody who knows somebody who is a victim of dating interculturally, let me know. Let them know to check it out. Let them know to reach out to me. DM, text, call. Well, don't call me. DM, text, email. Askpointless@gmail.com. Pointless Talks on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Reach out. Let me know when I sit down and have a conversation with you. See how it was. This is a long episode. It's the same as last week. It's a little bit longer, but we're cutting it short porque yes. Anyways, gimmicks, gimmicks, gimmicks. That's the name of the game. I hope you all had a very wonderful January. We're gonna stop right there. Hope you had a very wonderful January. I hope you continue on safe and prosperous path. And just like everything else that we do here at Pointless Talks, Pointless Creates, Pointless Everything, whether you got here on purpose or by fate, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Pointless Talks. Bye.